Welcome to Hero Villains. Thank you all for always watching and supporting the channel. Who do you think would win in a battle between Black Panther and Red Hood? Black Panther, the King of Wakanda, is the embodiment of tradition and wisdom. Beneath his vibranium suit, he stands as a symbol of strength and loyalty to his people. Red Hood, a man who lives in the shadows of Gotham, is the echo of hatred and twisted justice. His eyes burn with fury, no longer holding faith, only a desire to make the world feel the pain it once gave him. Black Panther moves like a shadow, graceful and precise, every strike calculated with the mind of a king and the skill of a warrior. Red Hood answers with chaos, with bullets blazing in the night. One fights for honor and faith, the other for a past scarred by rage and vengeance. Two souls, two paths, clashing between reason and deep hatred. Before we dive into the analysis, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. Thank you all so much. Thousands of years ago, a massive meteor made of Vibranium, a metal with near indestructible properties, crashed into northeastern Africa in what would later become the Kingdom of Wakanda. The impact left a deep wound in the earth, while the radiation from the meteor slowly spread, transforming both the environment and the people who lived there. The local tribes, after coming into contact with this mysterious energy, became more violent and uncontrollable, leading others to believe they were possessed by demonic spirits. In that age of chaos, a young warrior named Bashenga rose to lead. He prayed to the goddess Bast, the sacred deity who took the form of a panther, asking for the strength to save his people from destruction. Bast heard his plea and chose Bashenga as the vessel of her divine power, granting him the strength, speed, and heightened senses of a panther. With this power, Bashenga united the scattered tribes under the banner of Wakanda, building a mighty and stable kingdom. He became the first king to bear the title of Black Panther, a symbol of Bast's divine will and the guardian of his people. The mantle of Black Panther was passed down through generations. Each successor had to endure harsh trials and take part in sacred rituals to prove their worth, loyalty, and readiness to receive Bast's blessing. Over time, Wakanda isolated itself from the outside world, choosing to conceal the existence of Vibranium to avoid greed and war from foreign nations. But the history of the kingdom entered a new era when T'Challa, the son of King T'Chaka, ascended the throne. He carried the spirit of Bashenga, the compassion of a true king, and the strength of the Panther, ushering in an age where ancient tradition blended with modern responsibility in his mission to protect Wakanda and the world. T'Challa was granted his powers by the sacred heart-shaped herb, found only in Wakanda. It enhanced his physical abilities to superhuman levels. His strength, speed, agility, and endurance made him the ultimate warrior of his nation. Later, as the King of the Dead, he was blessed once more by the goddess Bast, who restored and amplified his powers beyond those of the Black Panther. With this title, T'Challa not only ruled over the living, but also held dominion over the spirits of the departed, able to connect and communicate with them. He can access all the knowledge, battle experience, and wisdom of every Black Panther who ever lived throughout Wakanda's history. Every memory, tactic, and lesson passed down by his predecessors becomes one within his mind, forming a timeless intelligence that surpasses generations. Because of this, T'Challa is not only a warrior but also a scholar and a king who carries the strength of countless lifetimes. T'Challa's vision can reach far beyond human limits, allowing him to see clearly even in complete darkness. His hearing is also greatly enhanced, letting him distinguish each heartbeat and every footstep from hundreds of meters away. T'Challa is not only one of the greatest warriors, but is also recognized as one of the most brilliant minds on Earth, ranked as the 8th smartest man in the world. In the scientific community, he considers Reed Richards one of the very few who can rival his intellect. T'Challa himself discovered the field of shadow physics, a breakthrough far beyond human understanding. His genius was proven when he defeated Tony Stark in a battle where both had time to prepare. He has even outsmarted Iron Man multiple times in different encounters. T'Challa is always ready for any situation, even threats on a cosmic scale. He once created a contingency plan to confront Galactus, the devourer of worlds. Beneath Wakanda, he built a technological jungle where living structures are intertwined with machines. T'Challa also developed a unique type of cell capable of neutralizing mutant genes and once used it to suppress Storm's powers in a critical moment. He even managed to defeat Mephisto, the Lord of Hell, by severing the bond between him and his realm, weakening his power and tricking his mind. In addition, T'Challa designed a special vessel called the Lifeboat, capable of surviving cosmic-level destruction. He also created a device that could instantly neutralize Thanos, built from the remains of a containment cell once used to imprison Anti-Man. These achievements prove that T'Challa is far more than just the King of Wakanda. He is a symbol of intellect, courage, and vision beyond his time. T'Challa is not only known for his power and bravery, but also for his mind that reaches a cosmic level. One of his most remarkable accomplishments was designing and constructing a prison capable of holding the Sentry, a being of godlike power that nearly no one else could restrain. T'Challa even outwitted Dr. Doom, one of the most cunning and brilliant minds on Earth. Using a device of his own creation, he rendered all Vibranium in Wakanda inert, stripping it of its energy resonance, and unknowingly turned Doom himself into a living energy source. With such achievements, it is hard to believe that T'Challa ranks only 8th among the smartest minds in the universe. With his multidimensional thinking, advanced technological mastery, and sharp strategic mind, he deserves to be placed at least 3rd, standing alongside Reed Richards and Dr. Doom. The true extent of Black Panther's power is difficult to measure. After the events of the Ultimates 2, when T'Challa merged with the Panther God, his energy surged to a new level. He reached a point where even cosmic entities were forced to take notice, becoming the ultimate embodiment of the Black Panther, a perfect fusion of divine strength and transcendent intellect. I truly hope you will subscribe to the channel. It helps us a lot and you are the best. Thank you so much. Red Hood is one of the most formidable warriors to ever come from the Bat family. In truth, Jason goes far beyond the image of a typical street-level anti-hero. After being resurrected, his body underwent a complete transformation. His senses, strength, speed, reflexes, and endurance were all enhanced to extraordinary levels, turning Jason into a fighter capable of standing toe-to-toe with Gotham's most powerful opponents. Within the Bat family, Jason possesses the 2nd greatest physical strength, only behind Batman himself, who trained him since childhood. Jason doesn't rely solely on brute force. His ruthlessness and decisiveness on the battlefield are what truly set him apart. In one encounter with Bane, Jason managed to knock the muscle-bound giant off his feet with a single kick, something few have ever done. In another fight, he even took down Lobo with a single headbutt, a remarkable feat, considering Lobo once fought Superman. Even without any artificial enhancements, Jason possesses incredible natural strength and durability, enough to take on enemies who are physically superior. Beyond raw power, Red Hood is also a master of strategy and weaponry. He carries an arsenal that includes handguns, electric grenades, explosive rounds, and advanced combat gear. In every fight, Jason knows how to use the environment and exploit his opponent's weaknesses, making him an extremely dangerous fighter, especially in close combat. His iron will, sharp instincts, and years of training under Batman have shaped Red Hood into a force of his own. A warrior who carries both darkness and justice within him, always ready to rise no matter how many times he falls. Red Hood once faced Deathstroke head-on, one of the most dangerous assassins in the world, and proved he was no less skilled in speed, reaction, or combat technique, even forcing Deathstroke to stay on guard multiple times. Jason showed extraordinary strength when he lifted Susie Sue, a woman weighing over 600 pounds, off the ground and flipped her over his head. He even single-handedly defeated a Talon, one of the legendary assassins of the Court of Owls, an almost impossible feat, as it usually takes 2 or 3 fighters to handle one. He also broke free from Supergirl's grip twice. The first time, she was shocked by his sheer resistance. The second time, even after being fully prepared, she was astonished again when Jason shattered her superhuman hold. Jason has fought against groups of enemies enhanced with Venom, a substance that grants them tremendous strength and endurance, enough to withstand attacks from Starfire without flinching. Yet, Red Hood still triumphed, using his skill, speed, and ruthless precision to take them all down. Like Batman, he is living proof of the human body's ultimate potential, reaching the peak of strength, reflex, and mental resilience that few could ever hope to match. Jason Todd is a complicated man shaped by pain, betrayal, and compassion for the weak. Even if it costs him his reputation or his very soul, Jason would rather be seen as a monster if it means stopping crime and saving the innocent. He willingly walks the dark path, descending into the same abyss where the Joker once thrived. When faced with his painful past, Jason is ready to let his former self fall at the hands of the Joker, because he understands that only by accepting loss can a person truly move forward. When Jason discovered that Penguin was responsible for his father's death in prison, he didn't kill him as everyone expected. Instead, he shot Penguin in the head, erasing his memories and taking control of his entire criminal empire. While Batman is bound by his no-killing rule, Jason knows the world is far more brutal than that. He doesn't hesitate to do what Batman refuses to, believing that sometimes justice needs a blood-stained hand to survive. In Jason's eyes, Batman is not only hypocritical but also blinded by his own ideals, refusing to see that people like Penguin, Joker, and Two-Face continue their crimes because he keeps letting them live. As Roy Harper once said, the Justice League made mistakes, and when the Titans tried to fix them, they weren't acknowledged, they were punished. To Jason, that only proves the world he lives in is full of contradictions, where those who dare to do what's right are seen as wrong, and those clinging to false morality are celebrated as heroes. He does bad things, but he's not a bad person. He's willing to kill to protect the innocent because imprisoning criminals is only a temporary solution, and he prefers something more permanent. Unlike Batman, he doesn't lose his mind over taking a life. He walks a thin line between good and evil, constantly judged for his reputation as a mercenary, assassin, and outlaw, and that works to his advantage. He's used to being doubted and distrusted. He's lost so many people he loved that grief and loss have become a part of who he is. Black Panther has long proven himself as an exceptional warrior, having faced opponents far stronger than Red Hood. He has fought Wolverine, who possesses incredible healing abilities and relentless combat endurance, and has gone toe-to-toe with Captain America, the very symbol of the perfect super soldier. Even Winter Soldier, often considered similar to Red Hood in skill and fighting style, surpasses him thanks to the super soldier serum. All of this shows that Red Hood would not be too much of a challenge for T'Challa. The Vibranium suit is an invaluable advantage that Black Panther possesses. It absorbs impact and energy from every attack, rendering Red Hood's bullets and high-tech weapons useless. Not only does it provide perfect defense, but it also allows T'Challa to strike back with even greater precision and power, releasing the stored kinetic energy against his opponent. Meanwhile, Red Hood relies mainly on assassination skills, street fighting techniques, and his modern weaponry, but those are nowhere near enough to compete with Wakanda's advanced technology. Beyond his suit, Black Panther's strength, speed, reflexes, and senses are all enhanced by the sacred heart-shaped herb. T'Challa can analyze a battlefield in an instant, accurately predict his opponent's movements, and counter with devastating precision. His experience leading a nation and fighting global threats has shaped him into a calm, strategic, and intelligent leader. Red Hood, though powerful, still lacks the composure to handle higher-tier opponents. His impatience, arrogance, and emotional scars from the past often cloud his judgment. When facing a warrior as intelligent, composed, and calculating as Black Panther, those flaws would be exploited completely. Red Hood might land a few strong hits, but he has no way to break through the Vibranium armor or match T'Challa's speed and agility. In conclusion, Black Panther's superior power, refined skills, and unshakable mindset would completely overwhelm Red Hood. The victory undoubtedly belongs to the King of Wakanda, a warrior of unyielding spirit and sharp intellect on the battlefield. I hope you enjoyed this battle. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Follow me if you liked it. That's today's video. Thank you so much for watching.